Thank you for your courtesy. Kindly sit down. Seems to me that have a recurring audience dito. Makilala ko na kayong lahat halos. Just give me about 3 seconds. I'm trying to confirm something. But anyway, without... Unahin ko na muna before I rumble on to some other matters. Actually, 2 pages of speech is too short. And I cannot convey to you the prevailing contemporary sentiments of the government and of the people. But it's good to read it because pinaghirapan ito kagabi ng mga tao dito. And I'll just read it, actually. Pero pareho ito lahat. Pangalan na ang naiba sa organization. Araw-araw yan, pareho yan. The nation's agricultural landscape is gradually reaching a new level of development after years of continued hard work and persistence to raise its productivity. These breakthroughs are a result of the collaborative efforts of the administration and of the previous administration and those who passed the corridors of power in their efforts to improve our lives, which are a result of the administration stakeholders and everything, stakeholders of the farmers, fisherfolks, and the corporate world. Today, we reiterate our importance in collective efforts to build a stronger future for the Philippine agri-fisheries sector by paying tribute to the individuals who have made impactful, is there such a word, impactful? Alam ko, impacto, meron. Impactful. This is the first time. Since grade 1. Ngayon, pag nagkamali kayo, lisuon ko na imong ulo. Contributions in driving the continued advancement of the industry. This year's awardees have contributed greatly towards the development of the Philippine agricultural and fisheries industry. Determination, leadership, and willingness to adopt new and appropriate technologies and practices have paved the way for our future progress. It is my hope that the men, women, and organizations we honor today will continue to embody the ingenuity, passion, and concern for country in all of their undertakings. The ceremony is but a simple token of our appreciation for their valuable work. It is my hope that the recognition being given to you today will inspire you and your fellow farmers and fisherfolk to continue exploring new ways to further improve the ever-evolving agrarian and fisheries sector. May the Department of Agriculture and its partners continue this search for and recognition of the outstanding farmers and fisherfolk. The industry innovativeness and ingenuity of our people are what we need to bring positive change in the country. The government remains committed to implementing programs for agrarian and fisherfolk growth, such as the free irrigation service and the tienda stores that showcase our local farmers and fisherfolks products. We remain optimistic that the strides that we have made in 2017 will pave the way for a sustainable agricultural development and food security in this year and beyond. Together, let us build a solid foundation for the next generation for a healthier and more productive citizenry to viable programs that promote food security, self-sufficiency, and sustainability. Let us join hands in building a more progressive Philippines for our people. Sabi dito, congratulations. So, congratulations. Nandiyan na siya. Can you just give me about 30 seconds? I'm going to make some announcements here, which I have not done before. But since the crowd is here, the right audience, and of course, the media, sabihin ko, 30 seconds. So. In the meantime, mag-chismis muna kayo. Did I overshoot my time? Pasensya na po kayo. Uh, I've always been bugged with this kind of thing about smuggling. Walang katapusan. Patayin mo mag-resurrect. They have this, and it's a continuing headache for the country and the economy and the people. So henceforth, I'll just announce, we had this smuggling case again today. I was watching TV before I crossed the river of no return. I'm going to categorize importation above 50 million as an act of economic sabotage. So if we are caught doing it, committing the crime, or about to commit, or in fact committed the crime and you are apprehended there somewhere, you will be arrested and you will be detained to face trial. And if it's more than 50 million, no bail. So you're rot in prison. Pati itong importers ng mga bus, they import all kinds of the same quality, weight, and everything. At yung ibang truck, yung dalawang ito, kunwari, he will apply for a franchise. Tapos, pag nandyan niya yung franchise, same color, and even the same engine, block number, and everything. And they allow even 3 or 4 for one franchise. Pag nahuli ko kayo, at nahuli kayo ng Highway Patrol, LTO, NBR, or the police, you will go straight to prison. I will not allow you to go out until the case is filed in court. I will charge you for economic sabotage and there will be no bail for you. Lahat kayo. Lahat na. Kasi lalo na itong tawag nilang kambal. It's a racket actually. There's only one franchise, pero pareho ang kulay lahat. Pati yung mga drivers nila magkaloha ang mga putang ina. So, pag nahuli ko kayo ng ganon, of course, it's more than 50 million. I'm going to place you in prison. That's why I told Krami, may bago tayong chief PC. I'm going to announce it now. It's Agbayalde. And sabi ko sa kanya na lakihan mo yung prisuhan mo kasi isaksak ko lahat kayo dyan. Huwag kayong bumili ng pagkain kasi huwag ninyong pakainin yung putang. Sila ang magbili ng sarili nilang pagkain. And so many things in mind. I am not the kind I am not the pardoning type. Hindi naman kasi ako pare. Saka ayaw kong makinig yung malapit yung bunganga sa ano ko. Tainga ko. Alam mo ako, I've been trying for the last so many months to be patient. And parang good boy lang. Good boy, ganon. Pero kung hindi tayo magkaintindihan dito sa good boy image, edi mag-bad boy tayo. No? Madali lang man yan. All you have to do is just change your attitude. To that, the language is there already, and I do not apologize for it. There's no apology asked here. I am what I am, and you are what you are. So, ganon tayo. And I think we have a new chief of staff, but I am not at liberty, I think, at this time to make the announcement. Si Agbayalde lang sa PNP. Kasi tinanong ko yung mga taga Davao, I mentioned 2 other names. Sabi, ayan sir, mahusay yan sir, mabait. Tinanong ko si Agbayalde, sir, pasyadong estricto. Oh, yan si Agbayalde, ang inyo. Lang ina. Then Agbayalde is the man for you. So the stricter, the better. Total, wala naman tayong ano din. Come to think of it really, I just had a cabinet meeting last night. We started at 2 o'clock, we ended at about mga 1:30 in the morning. Pero kami walang tulog so I have to sign so many documents for the government. But ito ang sinabi ko sa kanila. At mayroon dito mga cabinet members. Sabi ko, kailan kasi Manny was asking for new policies and everything, and all other cabinet members, the way they should handle these things. Sinabi ko na sa inyo noon, no commercial transaction or contracts in government would reach my table here in Malacañang. Precisely, sinabi ko sa kanilang lahat, kinuha kita, then use your talent, use your whatever. Puro bright naman to sila eh. Okay, kinuha ko kayo. Mane, pag ganon-ganon lang, maniwala ka pa mo, valedictoria niya. Sa totoo lang. May mga utak, pero farm boy talaga. We are the migrants sa Mindanao. Sabi ko, ikaw, Lorenzana, valedictorian ka man sa panahon mo. Lahat yan sila puro mautak. But may I just also tell you now that I conferred with the officials. I accepted the resignation of Vit Aguirre, my fraternity brother, as Secretary of Justice. I am now in the hustings looking for a replacement. But anyway, yun ano. Baka magduda kayo, wala akong tinatanggap dito na papel about MRT, kung ano. customs clearance. Nothing of the sort. Kaya kong magmura baski kanino. Baski sino, kaya kong murahin yung putang inang ABS ng Bisaya bastos. Kaya kong murahin yung inquirer. Mas wala silang makita sa akin. There will never be a time na magkaroon ako ng kasong corruption. Well, on other matters, maybe under the anti-graft and corrupt practices. Hindi lang naman corruption sa pera. Baka EKJ nandoon. Pero bugok man itong mga human rights. Mahina. Kasi sinabi ko sa inyo, mahina yan. Sabi ko, kaya magsabi, Duterte, anong masasabi? Tangina. Huwag kang maniwala niyo. Puro kaputahan yan. And even President, kung hindi ako sigurado sa depensa ko, makasabi kaya ako, son of a bitch, you go to hell. Kasi wala kang, and of course, I said, I had that defense a long time ago. When I was being investigated by Dilima, mayor pa ako. Meron na akong depensa, kaya lang tinago ko. Dumating yung panahon na I was waiting for the appropriate or the right moment to say it in public. But hinold ko yan ng husto until such time na nagsalita itong commissioner ng the High Commission of the Human Rights. Nung nagsalita, sabi niya, magpatingin daw ako ng psychiatrist. Binitawan ko na. You are too presumptuous. Whoever told you that you have jurisdiction over my person? Binitawan ko na yung ano ko. Alam mo, ako, fiscal. I've been doing trial work kasi mahirap lang rin ako. Started from the lower echelons of... I was doing trial work for 8 years. Tayong mga abogado, fiscal, before anything else, on that morning when I faced the judge, tinatanong ko talaga sarili ko, hindi ba ako mapaya, do I have jurisdiction to try the case before this court? Is this the proper court to bring the charges? Second, which is the most important, do I have jurisdiction over the persons or person of the accused? Yan talaga ang tinignan ko agad. So when I was investigated many years ago, tinanong ko na, ito bang... Kasi ang pinapalusot nila, instead of just, concentrating on the local jurisdiction, maybe meron pa. Pero yung international court na yan, puro, it's actually parang international governance. Right after World War II, palimbasa maraming kasalanan itong mga puti, lalo na European. They invaded Africa, they invaded everywhere, massacred everybody there. The Spaniards came here, stayed for 400 years. The Americans came here, sat on their ass, and lived off with the fat of the land. Sila yan eh. Sila yung nagmamasakir noon. Samar, Daw, the Muslims. And to atone for their sins, yan sila, naghanap ng mali. Ang problema, yung mga membro na iniimbir na nila, yun ay hinapan nila ng mali. Kaya gusto kong sagutin yung kaya lang I was cautioned. Kasi si King ng Jordan may ibibigay na regalo. Sabi ko, ano ito, diamante? O baka isang harem? Ibigay niya sa akin, yung extension. Sabi ko, ano ito? Actually, tulong sa arms. I was advised by the military guys that palusutin mo na lang yan. It might jeopardize. So, huwag kayong maniwala nitong, hindi nga nila masolve sa Yuringa. Yun ang genocide talaga, if I may say so. Kaibigan ko pa naman yung babae, pero the way it's being presented to the world, Kawawa talaga ang mga tao noon. I'm willing to accept refugees. Rohingyas? Yes. I will have. Pero hati-hati tayo sa Europe. Hindi kaya ng Europe na, tignan mo. Now, what ails this country? Give me 3 minutes. I'll give you what it is. What ails this world? Sinasabi ko na yun, maybe some of you heard it. The problem with America is that it is a multiracial thing. American Irish, American Russian, American French, American Arab, American Chinese, American Korean, American. And they are all there because it's a nation which provided a wide door of migration. Come and rest thy shoulders and I'll give you liberty. Yun. Ngayon, yan sila, they're spread all throughout America, either as elected or appointed. So, mayroon silang, it's a question of a South American issue, then ilagay nila doon sa desk. And mostly also, yung of South American descent, ating mga Espanyol. Every time they are given a problem there, at the end of the day, when they are searching for the answer and the values that goes with it, goes into the core. Punta yan sa ilalim in their hearts and minds, unapektado yan if it's an Russian, American, or American, Italian. Dala-dala niya yan. So that's why America is diving very fast. Very fast. I'm not trying to criticize America. I'm just telling you, you are sinking very fast. I'd like to tell you, baka akala mo, Obama wanted to meet, I never went to Australia, tapos yung American side with the ASEAN. Well, I'll tell you frankly now, ASEAN countries, wala kang makuha na isa, except Thailand. Why? Laos. They're still digging your bombs unexploded there. Cambodia. You bomb Cambodia, mayroon pa sila mga bomba hanggang ngayon pumuputok while the farmers are tilling the land. Tapos sabihin niyo, madali niyo mga USAID na you go to a sponsored trip, visit America. Kagaya ko. Sabihin mo, oh, that was centuries ago. Putang, centuries ago, your American commanders there in that summer massacre, what was the order? Turn that place into a howling wind and kill all the dogs. You think it can be erased by the number of you? You think the Muslims will forgive you for the so many massacres? And that's the reason ISIS is there. Ang problema, yung mga old traditional na sila Gaddafi, si Iraq, Saddam, you went there inside on the pretext that they were having weapons of mass destruction. Only to say pagdating doon, nagkamali pala, wala kami. And you destroyed the country. You undermined Libya. So what's Libya now? A fractured country. So there's turmoil in Syria. Kayo yan eh. You went there inside Africa, Middle East many years ago. You siphoned all their oils. So you rose into the ladder of industrialization, way ahead from the rest of the natives of the world. Ngayon, nandyan na kayo, kami dito mga small nations are starting. And you have destroyed the climate. It is not us. 0.0 lang tayo. But now, they have come up with this climate change They are now blaming the present generation, the contemporary guys, na kayo yun eh. Ngayon gusto ninyo no incremental increase. Nandiyan na kayo, you have reached the apex. Kami dito struggling to reach at least is semi-industrialization. Gusto ninyo pag-angat ng footprints, carbon, ganon ka, ganon lang rin ako. O paano tayo mag-abot sa putang inan to? Yan yung nasabi ko, yung mga European nations. And if there is anything that I could really put you to task, even when we are together as heads of state, we always agree that you guys of the Western world, you do not have a word of honor. Totoo yan. Kayo walang word of honor. Pabaliktad-baliktad. Example, Obama. Kaya ko sa pinutang ina. Now just imagine criticizing me in a press briefing in the White House. Kabugado ng gago. Harvard pa. Chief of State, you do not do that. If you have a complaint against me, go to the United Nations as your delegate sa Security Council or your regular representative and make the expose if you want, if there is any. Huwag mo akong, I would like to say to Mr. Duterte that there's going a possibility that he'd go to be facing the Commission on Human Rights because lo mo. Tangina ka. Hindi mo alam na wala kang jurisdiction. Hindi mo pinag-aralan eh. Kaya sabi ko, right, barbar. Do you know why I said, hindi ako nagyayabang, ha? Baski sinong abogado kaya nito. That is why I said, I would want to defend myself before the UN. And I will only just cross-examine ito si Calamard, pati itong... No, it's never wrong to say a black lady. I do not know her name. It's not slur to say he's black, he's white. The previous nomenclature ng color. Pero mo sabi that she's black. Hindi ako nag-i-insult to. That's what they're called. I'm black. Even in the descriptions of suspect was riding black. Sabi ko, masyado kang lumaki yung ulo ninyo. Ngayon, nandiyan ang media. Matatapos itong droga, the Lima and Company, the Human Rights and Company, telling you frankly, it will not stop until the last day of my term if I get to live at that time. If I renege now, I would have placed in jeopardy this generation and our grandchildren. Tingnan mo sa Amerika. One time, I'm sure somebody or a lot of you heard it. Kayo Amerika, sabi ko, you're loudmouths. But someday, remember this. One day, to your horror, your problem is 100 times more serious than what we have. It came to pass. Si Obama yun. Ngayon, pag sabi kay Trump ngayon, he's declaring a national emergency. The incongruity of how it presents to the world is this. Si Obama, inaatake ako. Pagdating naman sa kay Trump, Rodorigo, you're doing all right. I'll copy you. I'll kill the son of a bitch. So, Americans, what values are trying to impose on us? The value of Obama, the value of Trump, or your own national stupidity? I am not saying that I do not, for all of your hula-baloo, to the credit of Russia and America who give me the arms free. Why? Because Mindanao was already boiling. I knew even before I was mayor because I have relatives in Lanao del Sur. Sinasabi na nila mainit na everybody is holding pinagbibigay na libre just like peanuts and candies. Kung hindi namin alam, and Murphy's Law, when something goes wrong, it will go wrong. Hindi ko na habol the arms cash. Ang ordinance nila was really good for so many. So I went to buy 23,000 because that was the number. Shortfall ako doon. So, pagdating doon, ang Amerika kasi, pati ang senador, pareho lang power. When an idiot congressman or senator would take the floor, oh, we're selling ganito, to a human rights violator. Puta, na-hold. So, from all indications, mabilis na ang pasok. So, I went to China. I come here as a friend. I'm not going to. I do not want to invoke this arbitral, at least now. But I'll put you on notice that at any time during my term, I will raise the issue. But at this time, I come here to ask you to help us. I need arms. Xi Jinping said, no problem. Do not pay me. It's all yours. So I went to Russia. Sabi ko kay Putin, I was granted 1 hour. Kasi paalis na ako. I was supposed to meet him the following day. But he was there in the Caucasus and he flew for 6 hours just to see me. Nakita kami sa isang lugar marapit sa airport. We talked about 1 hour, 30 minutes. And I explained to him the situation. So pumutok na ang Marawi. So I said, I'm sorry to cut short my trip, my visit. I beg your indulgence, but I have to go home. But actually, I came here to ask for help. It's okay, I'll give it to you. Free. To this day, Russia and China have yet to ask even a piece of paper or pencil. There was no military alliance. I am not prepared for that. I'd just like to go neutral. Pero yun ang experience ko. I'm sharing it with you. At least kung pumutok yung aeroplano ko, pumutok yung roadside bomb, maybe you can ask the CIA. Yan ang istorya niyan. Fact is, the Americans really do not honor their word. Wag na nilang sabihin na, because we are separation of powers. Meron rin tayo. We copied our constitution from them. So why do we have to voice something na ipapasubo mo yun? So when I was in Moscow, I had to declare martial law in Moscow. Doon ako inabot eh. And I was frantic for the firearms. That was for my country. At sasabihin ko ito sa Moro people, hindi pa around. Magprangkahan tayo. We will comply with the BBR. That's a promise. I will comply. Give me time. Ang NPA has telegraphed so many, and even Congress, nagtulungan na sila, and now they are even yung nag-simmer down na sila. Wala nang placard yan. Tingnan mo, putang inang mga ugo. Isinali pa ko sa Duterte American. Kailan pa ako naging bata ng Amerikano? Gago pala kayo. Tapos, ngayon, gusto nilang usapan. Okay, sabi ko. Ito ang usapan natin. I will talk to you. No coalition government. Second, no collection of taxes. Third, that you confine yourself in camps. Do not go around because there'd always be the possibility of misencounter. Third, wala kayong pera. Kita kayo lang ang rebelde, walang pera. Bakit ang MILF? Ba't ang MN? Naghingi ba sa atin ng pera? Bakit kayo sige hingi ng pera? Kasi mahirap lang kayo. Kaya huwag kang mag-revolt dyan kung wala kang pera. Ngayon, sabi ko, okay, I'm going to come home. I will not talk there. Come home. I will subsidize your trip here. I will pay for your billeting, board and lodging. Huwag na masyado yung mahal na hotel. Motel na lang, mas mura. Malapit dyan sa mga karinderya. Kasi, hindi man natin pera yan. You know that. Ako naman, may share talaga ako pag pera ng gobyerno. Then I said, no more, basta mini ako ng 4. Kapag na-comply ninyo ito, lalo na yung ceasefire, tapos no revolutionary tax. You confine yourselves in camps. Do not go out of that camp. Then we talk. Ako ang gagastos because I'm interested in peace. I know that you have limited cash. Pinapakain lang kayo noon sa Norway. Ako ang gagastos. Then I will distribute rice and relief, food lang, in the camps para malaman ko saan ko ibagsak yung... I will invest in peace. I will have to spend money, correct. But I hope that this time you do not waste the opportunity and the people's money. Yun sa MI, ganon rin. MN, ganon rin. Nag-usap na kami isang araw. Pasunod-sunod yan everyday dito. Sabi ko, let's talk about peace. I'm ready to concede the framework because it has to pass Congress. But I'm ready to carve out something there, administratively at first. And I will do that. But if there's one thing that I cannot give you, you previously asked for a regional armed forces, pati regional police. I'm sorry. And for the communists, no coalition government. Why? Because of the sovereign will of the people. The sovereign will is in the hands of the Republic of the Philippines, the people. And it could be exercised by just a few because we cannot exercise altogether tayong lahat. We give it to what? To whom? To the leaders. How? Elected. So that is where you have now the sovereign power to exercise. Now, you from the outside, coming in from the cold, cannot share that power because I cannot give it to you because I do not own it. I cannot concede even the tiniest part of that sovereign power because I am not allowed to do it. The Constitution says you must be elected. If you turn out to be a son of a bitch, o nandiyan ka sa droga, di patayin mo Sovereign dyan. But you know, you have to be very careful. Because this government is not for shabu dealers. It was never intended by our forefathers to be a platform for crime like shabu. You go into it and you are done. Lalo na pati ng polis, pati sundalo, patayin mo kasi ayaw maniwala sa iyo. So for those who went ahead, that is the lesson that I want everybody to experience. We do not own anything here. Kaya ako, if I think that you are free to leave my government. Marami dyan sa Pilipino, trabaho. Dyan sa Ligarda, yung inuman namin dyan sa kanto. Bumaba ka dyan sa Mindiola. Dyan sa kanto, meron dyan. Beer, chilled. Noon pa yung 1972, nandyan pa ang mga... Maraming hindi nakatapos ng law dahil dyan. Sige, punta kayo dyan, sige, yung inuman. Maraming pilitin walang trabaho. Punta ka dyan sa dangayan. Walang ginagawa. May gumagano dyan sa kanto. Sige, linis ng halika. Kaya tayo, we are suffering a shortage of workers. May slow down tayo. Alam niyo yung mga negosyante. Because yung mga skilled labor natin, wala tayong master electrician. Hindi mo na pwede makuha dyan sa mga sundalo. Ayusin mo yan pag hindi pumutok yan. Master electrician, master. Kaya I'm offering them, NPAs and all Filipinos. I do not want even to, maybe your tribe, but it leaves a bad taste in the mouth every time I say it. We just work on it and hopefully, in the fullness of God's time, makakuha lang natin. Maswing ko itong NPA tapos makausap ko ang Moro people. Mainit na kasi yung mga bata eh. Kasi matagal na. Chorus time pa yan. In Cory traveled to Hulo and that was history na yan. Hanggang ngayon wala pa. So they are not only getting impatient, they are actually desperate. So, sabihin ko na lang, punta ko doon, give me one more chance. Tadadadan. Baka sakali, maawa si Allah sa atin. So, I hope these are the things that I wanted to convey to you. I said, a two-page speech would not, para malaman ninyo. And I am not saying that I am the most honest person. No. Faults, plenty. Mistakes, isang katutak. Misjudgment, lahat. But it doesn't mean to say that at least po yung pera, wala yan. But marami akong kasalanan. Marami akong asawa. Nandyan ngayon yung isa, tapos mag-uwi kami ngayong gabi. So, maiwan naman yung iba. Ganyan na. Plenty. At hindi lang ako, yung katabi asawa mo, maniwala ka dyan. Sa bulad, Sos Mario Josep. Bingin ko lahat lalaki, ma'am. Talagang nagluloko yan. Beauty queen yung asawa. Wala yan. First 5 years, okay yan. Sigurado yan. Pag kayo mga bayan. Second 5 years, 10 years. Marami nang pagod, ang buang, inom, lasing. Maglasing lang yan, kaya gusto matulog. Ayaw na kaya, tapos naman sa una niya. Sa niya kasama sa opisina, mga kaibigan. 15 years. Magalit na. Tapos, 20 years, sabi. Hoy, gago, mag-uwi ka ng maaga, ha? Bakit? Papakit-bakit ka? Anniversary natin, nakalimutan mo ba? Tapos tingin ka agad siya lang, oh my God. Help me make it through the night. Hindi, biro lang yan. 30 years, may advice to you girls. Totoo ha? Coming from a brother, huwag mo lang yung presidente wala yan. We are entitled to be just an ordinary human being. Hindi naman kailangan stiff to the 30 years, huwag mong pakialaman yan. Huwag mong pakialaman yan. Sabihin mo, saan siya? Magsabi, saan ka pupunta? Doon sa, sige. O, baka kulangin mo pero, pangalawa, wala na yan. Puro istorya na pati. Wala na By that time, 30 years, sabi ko, ang saving grace nito, well, let me, life, I'm talking about divinets of life. Our generation, maswerte tayo. Sa totoo lang. Ang ating tatay, the age of 55, papasok niyan, wala na. Huwag kayong ha? Guard, pag may barilin mo yung kamay.